Michael? All right, we're on the record today concerning various verified petitions for issuance of tax deed under 45 CO1, 1308 MI 129. There may be some other causes set here on the call today towards the end. There are 45 CO1, 1109 MI 115, 45 CO1, 1008 MI 98, and 45 CO1, 1408 MI 110. For those of you that are here that are issuing an objection to the issuance of deed, did everyone get a chance to sign in on the objection sheet? Okay. All right, Attorney Wiley is here on behalf of the Lake County Auditor's Office. We've got a stacked courtroom today, 80 pages worth of call, so we're going to try and work our way through this as expeditiously as possible. With setting the objections for pretrials, we're going to use December 11th, Attorney Wiley. All right, you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Haddad?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Yes.
Page 67, Judge.
Has everybody signed in?
All right, page
67.
67, I see it, about the middle of the page, Louis Moreno.
Requesting an extension of 120, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
Standard redemptions is granted. Do we know what the date would be?
It was February 29, 2016.
I'll prepare a notice.
Okay, very good, thank you. Attorney Haddad, that won't be necessary. We'll just put it on the minutes, and that'll be sufficient. Okay? Yep. Attorney Golden?
Starting on page 36, Judge.
All right, page 36. About the middle of the page. And if anybody here knows that they have an objection regarding any of the petitions of Attorney Golden, please raise your hand. All right, well, just sit tight then. We're going to work through this.
These two I know have objections.
Okay. What's your name?
Randall English. TRM Enterprise.
He is, I think, objecting to Sneed on page 42.
Oh, Sneed Holdings, the third one?
They're from the top.
All right, so Attorney Golding appears on behalf of Sneed. Okay, what's your name, sir?
Randall English with the TRM Enterprise.
Randall, R-A-N-D-A-L? Two L's. Okay. Last name?
W-I-N, E as in boy, U-S-H.
Okay. And her two L's? Do you have CCS secretary?
Object to the Vera item on page 43, I believe, second from the bottom. It's still the same on your sheet.
They are too? He is too?
No, the name here, she's here to object.
Oh, she's different from him.
Different from
Okay, well, hold on. Do you have paperwork that shows what your what the cause number is and the parcel number? Okay. Have Paul get some. For everybody that's coming in today, have you filed an objection previously, or just doing it orally today?
Doing it today.
Okay. For everyone that's filing an objection today, or coming up and doing it orally, you are going to you must enter your appearance. Okay, now I'm going to get some appearance forms, and my bailiff is going to give that to you, and you're going to have to fill it out, and you're going to put your address on the appearance form, and that is going to be where you're going to get served with any paperwork that goes forward in this case. If you put an erroneous address down and you don't get notified of the court dates, then we're going to proceed in your absence, okay? I'm going to be setting any objections that are lodged today for a pre-trial conference, and that's going to be December 11th, and you'll get a time either 9:30, 10:30, or 1:30, but we're going to go with 9:30 for yours, Mr. Winbush, so it's December 11th, 2015 at 9:30. What will happen between now and then is the attorney for the tax sale purchaser will provide you with all of the paperwork that they intend for the court to consider when this case goes to a hearing on the merits, most particularly the notices that they sent out. The auditor's office will also provide the pre-sale notice that was sent out. All of the people that are objecting will also need to provide the tax sale purchaser's attorney or the tax sale purchaser, if they're self-represented, with any and all documentation that you wish the court to consider when this case finally goes to a hearing on the merits. So basically, the process will be you'll have until December 11th to exchange all the documents back and forth between the parties. Show up on the 11th. At that time, I will ask everyone if they're ready to go, if there's any more discovery that's needed, and usually what happens at that point in time is you'll get a final hearing on the merits of the verified petition for issuance of deed, and any objection thereto will probably be set sometime in January. I hope to not have to go over that with everyone that comes up here today, because we'll be here all day if that's what happens. But so a general overview is, with any objections, there will be a pre-trial conference on December 11th, followed by a hearing on the merits to be scheduled on that day, which would follow in probably January or February. Yes, Mr. Winbush?
I just have one question. Is there any way possible that these taxes could be paid before that date?
Okay, that's a great question. Any resolution outside of court would have to be dealt with the tax sale purchaser's attorney or the tax sale purchaser directly. The court has nothing to do with any negotiations that the parties will have in the interim. Okay? So you'll have to speak with Attorney Golding, and I'm sure that Attorney Golding is going to want to speak with each and every one of you who's objecting between now and then anyway, and I'm sure that will also likewise be the same case with all the other attorneys.
Two things, if I may, Your Honor.
Yes.
What is the deadline again for exchanging exhibits?
Well, it's going to be 30 days from today's date. I want them to be exchanged, and then we're going to come back again on December 11th to make sure that that's been done and see where we are in the process.
Okay, and another thing, I don't know if we mentioned to the self-represented litigants that if they need to serve me with a copy of their appearance so I know where to contact them after. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to exchange anything with them if I don't have an address on it.
Yeah, and what I was going to do is have them obviously leave them so the clerk can then, once they go down on the file in the clerk's office, the clerk will disseminate them. But also, when you enter your appearance, you do have an obligation to serve the other side, either whether it's an attorney representing a tax sale purchaser or a self-represented tax sale purchaser. Okay? And any subsequent documents that you may file in this case need to be filed in the clerk's office downstairs, not with the court. And when you do file things in the clerk's office, you need to send a copy of what you filed to the other side, whether that be an attorney for the tax sale purchaser or a self-represented tax sale purchaser. Okay? Mr. Winbush, any other questions?
No, sir.
December 11th, 2015 at 9:30, did you give them the CCS entry form?
Bring them over here.
Yeah, get them to, you're going to have more copies than that. You get,
It's that copy machine.
so you're going to need to, why don't you go or call Michael and see if he can type up a CCS with the caption on it?
Policy number.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that way, okay. That way, we can just hand it to him, they won't have to fill the rest of it out.
Yeah.
All right, Attorney Golden, you have another objector?
She's objecting them to the petition at the second from the bottom on page 43, Arturo Vera versus Breon Richards.
What's your name, ma'am?
Brittany Richards.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right, your pretrial conference is going to be December 11th, 2015 at 9:30. Just like I said with Mr. Winbush, you'll need to exchange any documents that you feel you want the court to consider. When we get to the merits of this particular objection, you need to serve Attorney Golden, and he'll also get you your information. You need to fill out an appearance form with your information on it, and Attorney Golden, we'll get you a copy of all these appearances at the end of the day.
At the end of today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the stack up here, Judge?
Just keep them. Any questions?
No.
Okay.
We want to take other objections?
I want to do all the objections right now. Attorney Tolbert, hold on a second. Attorney Tolbert standing right behind you.
I got it.
Attorney Tolbert, go ahead. Which one, do you know where it is on the call?
I do not know where it is on the call.
This is Tyrell Comer, I believe.
37, 6 down.
Yeah, 6 down. Tyrell Comer versus Manuel and Alicia Verduzco.
All right. Attorney Tolbert, who do you represent?
City of East Chicago, Department of Redevelopment.
And have you entered your appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. 12/11/15 at 9:30 for status. You're welcome. Attorney Steele, you have an objection?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you know what page it's on?
I do not. Fifth Avenue Mobile.
Page 42.
Fifth Avenue Mobile.
Fifth Avenue Mobile, and this is Cafe Inc. Kevin Steele. Attorney Steele, you represent whom?
Open Holes Funding A LLC. I've entered my.
Okay. December 11th, 2015 at 9:30. Status.
The next one, he has another one, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's page 41, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about the 6 from the tab Stonefield Investment Fund 3 versus Evelyn Darlene Simmons, I believe.
I see it. And you represent, same?
Bank of America.
All right, Attorney Steele appears for BOA. Objection.
Your Honor, they have no objection. They just wanted somebody to go here on their behalf. They don't have defensive reasons.
Okay, so there is no objection.
Oh, I thought they wanted more time to evaluate it.
Since we're on that, any objection to the petition for deed?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, we'll show that granted.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other attorneys have cases they're objecting to Attorney Golden's petitions? Attorney Bratz? Do you know what page it's on?
Yes, sir. It's on, page 73.
Page 73.
It is entitled Helen Torres versus Eddie and Mary O'Brien.
And Attorney Bratz, who do you represent?
Eddie and Mary O'Brien.
All right. Attorney Bratz appears for the O'Briens. Objection. Pretrial, December 11th, 2015 at 9:30. Anything else?
Not an objection, sir.
Quickly, just to shift gears real quick, I understand there's a status that you have with Attorney Tauber on First Financial Bank versus Joy Wilson and Nebraska Alliance. It's a motion to intervene and requesting for an order direction regarding the tax surplus. It's 45 CL1 1408 MI 110. Are you on that one?
I am representing them. I don't think there's any objection on behalf of my client with regard to surplus.
Is your client the former? Okay. Yes. Okay.
What I guess I'm trying to say is, Your Honor, I think that dispute would be between the persons being divested of the property and Mr. Tolman's client. My client is not objecting.
Ms. Wilson, coming forward.
We'll have to determine the priorities of the parties.
Right.
My client is not involved in one way or the other on that.
Right. And who's petitioning for? Is this up for petition for deed too?
Yeah, this is the purchaser of my property. First Financial Bank, are they present? Oh, okay. I'm actually not...
Do we know who?
We were setting it for status. Bratz is the purchaser.
Oh, you are?
Right.
Correct. My client purchased it.
Okay, what page is that on? You're objecting to the...
I'm actually not objecting to the transfer of the deed. What I'm needing to do is get at least a 30-day extension for the transfer of the deed so I can move my insurance company from one building to another. And I'm inquiring into the surplus and where that surplus is going to be going. As I've had a
You might recall last week.
Yeah, I do recall.
It was a
Yeah.
petition for surplus by Mr. Tauber was premature. You set it for today, just to set the status date, it was that date was going to be.
Right.
So that just needs to be set that December 11th date, Judge.
All right, we're going to...
Judge, we have no objection to, it's going to take 4 to 6 to 8 weeks to get the deed anyway, which should give her plenty of time to get out, remove her business. We ask the petition for deed be granted, and you set the surplus hearing down the road. So.
Well, we're going to set the surplus status on the surplus hearing is going to be 12/11/15 at 9:30.
Excuse me, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
The First Financial Bank with the surplus in question, they are suing me in a unrelated, or it's related, but they're suing me.
In a mortgage foreclosure case?
Pardon?
Mortgage foreclosure?
Correct. Well, no, tax.
Oh, okay.
What they failed to do, and I don't think you remember, but what they failed to do is help me with the property.
No, I remember the hearing the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll deal with that on December 11th at 9:30.
Okay, but
Which page was that, David?
It's page 53, fourth from the top on my list. It's, Judge, will we be able to proceed with getting the deed today?
that's fine.
Yeah. I just need to get to the page. Where is it?
Page 53.
I see it.
fourth.
Ms. Wilson? Do you have any objection to the order granting the issuance of the deed?
No.
Okay. Attorney Wiley, does the auditor's office have any objection? All right, we'll show that granted then. And then, with regard to the other issues, there'll be a pretrial December 11th.
December 11th.
Next time.
But what about this other, between me and the bank, the lawsuit that I was served?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with this.
Okay.
I mean, potentially, if they get the surplus, that money's going to go towards your loan, so...
Well, yeah, and I have no objection with that, but they're also trying to charge me court costs and legal...
No, I understand it. But that'll be things...
I lost the...
Right. That'll be things that we'll deal with on the 11th. I can't hear the merits of everybody's case, or I'll be here for 2 weeks.
I get you.
Okay?
Okay.
All right? So December 11th, 2015 at 9:30.
All right, very well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, Attorney Golden.
One more question. So I do have at least 4 to 6 weeks to get out, to vacate?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah.
How long does it take for the deed to be issued?
4 to 6
Okay, very well, I'll be out. Thank you.
Yes. Attorney Golden, do you know who this is?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Negotiating settlements.
You're a good man.
Mr. Rakic, I think, was next. He has an objection. It's Oak Grove Property Management on page 41, and Oak Grove Property Management versus Georgia Rakic. There's 2 parcels.
Middle of the page,
Yeah, which 2? Okay, I see him.
Under bracket.
Mr. Rakic appears on both, self-represented, and you're objecting to deeds on both?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Status December 11th, 2015 at 9:30. You're welcome. All right, Attorney Golding, next.
Who's my next one? This lady? Okay. Okay, well, then the other attorney, Brad's.
Is that not yours? Okay, ma'am, you'll get called in a little bit, just have a seat.
There's a little confusion here, because I was originally the attorney on this, and then I had to get out of it because of a conflict, and so Mr. Bratz has it now.
Just wait till Attorney Bratz is called.
Okay.
All right, anybody else have any objections regarding Mr. Golding? Sir, in the sweatshirt, zip-up sweatshirt, come on forward. What's your name?
Jason.
That doesn't help me. Jason what? Okay.
Okay, I think... One of these may be under Tim Joyner. Let's... And did you have an objection on that? I'm looking for Doug Hodgson.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's move forward then.
Page 36.
All right, again, when I ask if there's an objection and you have paperwork and there's a lawyer's name, make sure you look at the lawyer's name. This is Attorney Golding. Okay, we're going to start then with page 36, middle of the page.
All the way to the bottom, no objection to deed, Judge.
Show those granted. 37,
No objection to deed other than the one in a separate status. The middle of the page.
all petitions are granted except for the one that we set for status, which was objected to by Attorney Tolbert. Page 38,
No objection to any on page 38, Judge.
all those petitions are granted. Page 39,
No objection to anything on page 39, Judge.
those petitions are granted. Page 40,
No objection to deed on any on page 40, Judge.
petitions on page 40 are granted. Page 41, first 5 items,
No objection, Judge.
those petitions are granted. Next two are stone-filled before the Oak Grove property ones.
Correct.
You know, I'm looking at, there's 3 Rackage.
There's a double,
Is one of them a duplicate?
One of them.
That's half wreckage, one should just be crossed out.
Got it, duplicate. Stone-filled versus Melvin Johnson,
That's a granted, Judge.
okay? That petition's granted. The remainder on page 41, starting with Oak Grove Property Management versus Carol Thompson.
No objection, Judge.
Those first two are objections on.
On Rackage,
On wreckage.
yes, we got those. Page 42, top 2 items,
No objection, Judge.
those petitions are granted. We got the Windbush objection. The next 3,
No objection.
those are granted. The next one down, Lula Barrera, I have noted on my call that there's been an objection filed, a written objection filed. Is that Attorney Nichols? Okay. So Attorney Nichols, you appear for Barrera?
Yes.
Status, December 11th, 2015 at 9:30.
I have not been spoken with.
Attorney Nichols, you'll get him a copy of the objection. You did enter your appearance formally?
Yes.
Okay, obviously, if it's noted on the call. All right, the next 2 items then, underneath that, any objection to deed?
No objection, Judge.
Those petitions are granted. The remaining petitions, the last 5,
No objection, Judge.
petitions granted. Page 43, every item but the next to last item.
Yes, Judge, just above the third from the bottom, that's a redemption.
Mendoza,
Mendoza versus Cozart,
redeemed.
redeemed. Next one is the status. Last on the page is a motion or extension 120, Judge.
Michael Howard,
Yes, Your Honor.
extend 120. Extend redemption granted. Redemption date, 2/29/16.
Yes, Your Honor.
The remaining petitions, are those granted?
Yes, Your Honor. Page 44. Top 4 items, those would also extend 120.
Extend redemption granted, 2/29/16. And then the next three items?
Auditor's objection on those three, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry.
Clarence Schultz,
The two, the first one is Jeffrey Schultz versus Clarence Schultz. Auditor's objection based on violation of the statute, Your Honor. An agent purchasing family member's parcel. So that needs to be set for statute.
Auditor objection. 12/11/15 at 9:30.
The next item, Schultz versus Crew, that's an extension of 120.
Extension redemption granted. 2/29/16.
The last item, Mr. Coley, on this page, no objections.
Granted. Petitions granted.
That's pages 78 and 79.
All right, last three items on page 78.
No objection to deed, Judge.
Show those granted,
And the first item on page 79, no objection to deed.
and that's granted. Anything else, Attorney Golden?
Just going back to page 36, I think there's an erroneous parcel number on the first, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about the eighth item down, Dan Candiano. I think there's an incorrect parcel number. If I may read into the record the correct parcel number.
Which one is it?
Dan Candiano versus Louis W. Mott.
Yep.
The correct parcel number is 45-07-14257-019-000-004.
Okay. Got it. All right, and then Attorney Golding, why don't you stick around at least for a little while, and just see if anybody objects. And if you want to leave, and you do, if there are any objections that come up, we'll just set them for the same status date, and we'll let you know. Okay?
Get an appearance or something from them so I know who they are.
All right, at the moment. Attorney Smith?
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
Pages 12 to 15, Judge.
All right, page 12.
No objection to deed, any items on page 12, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have someone?
We do, Judge. We have two objections. The first is the Patels. They're in the middle of two-thirds of the way down on 13, 45-821-479-15, and 45-821-479-16.
There's three of them.
Three of them.
I'm sorry, and 45-821-479-13.
Okay. And you are? What's your first name?
I'm Achilla Patel.
Achilla Patel? Okay. And you're objecting to the petition for deed on all three?
Yes.
Okay. December 11th, 2015 at 9:30 for your next hearing. Understood? Okay. Anybody else with Attorney Smith?
Yes, Judge. We have, this is ICIH LLC. It's a property, you know what the weird thing is it is not on the list, and I believe this is one that was heard on September 18th. So if we can maybe just make a record of this, and then I will get with the court, the auditor, and this gentleman. I've got his phone number. It's for 115 North Lake Street, 45-05-31-459. 014.000-004. 4.5 dated April 30th. I have a feeling this is something that's on September 18th. So I will follow up with this gentleman. If you want to state your name.
What's your name?
Robert Leonard. So I spoke with Mr. Smith over the telephone in his office, and he told me that this was going to be the court date, which is why I'm here.
Which I'll find out. I'll kind of get to the bottom of it. It's not on the court call, so I just have to figure out if it's going to be reset or something like that.
Any other objections? All right, then page 12.
Section D on page 12.
We'll show those granted. Page 13. Other than the 3 objections in the middle of the page.
The first 5, Judge, no objection to D. Number 6 from the top was redeemed.
All right, the first 5 petitions are granted,
James and Tracy Bell was redeemed.
redeemed. Okay,
The next 2, Your Honor, no objection to D.
petitions are granted.
The next 3 were the status conference.
Right.
Last 4 items, no objection to D on page 13.
Those petitions are granted. Page 14,
No objection to D on any other page 14, Judge.
those petitions are granted.
Page 15. No objection to D on page 15.
Those petitions are granted.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I do have, based on Mr. Wiley's letter about the orders needing that new language, I have prepared new orders. I'll get them to your staff. So that the orders that are currently with those files are no good. I'll replace them.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
good enough. Attorney Celia? Good morning. It's page 67.
Your Honor, all of page 67, those are going to be a new 4.6 date needed.
The 2 items at the bottom of,
Do it. I don't page 67. So if you get a new tax deed date,
The 4.6s were sent.
they were too late, Judge, and so we needed a new date for people that only have to do a 4.6. Don't have to have a full extension 120 deed. So it would be maybe a new tax deed date in January or.
does the December date work?
A December date, which is well, once they get their 4.6 out. His already been sent.
Yeah. So
December 11th?
anytime after November 16th.
December 11th, 2015 at 9:30. All right, page 68. Same, go for all of them.
I'll follow them.
All right, we'll show all 68 continue to December 11th at 9:30.
Same on 69, Your Honor.
Okay, all items are continued to December 11th, 2015 at 9:30.
Same on page 70, Judge. I'm sorry, Your Honor, also on page 70, if you're there.
Yep.
The second to last item for Attorney Celia, that was redeemed.
Chilla Patel?
Yes,
I was going to ask if they were still here, if that,
it was redeemed.
the others are continued to December 11th, 2015 at 9:30.
Correct, Your Honor.
that it?
That's it. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Somebody had a funeral. Attorney Pearson?
Page 20 and 21, Judge.
Both of those will have to be the same, Your Honor.
The last one on page 20, and then 21, top.
Treasurer, let's say you need a one-year extension on that one. You have to. Bottom of page 20, one-year extension, Judge.
Same redemption period granted.
Correct, Judge. Top of page 21.
Do you have a date for that, or
Yeah, October 30th, 2016.
same date? It's going to fall on the weekend. It's probably going to be Sunday. So 10/31 probably is Monday.
Yes.
10/31, Judge.
Okay, 10/31, 2016. And stem redemption granted on the first item on page 21, 10/31/16, the new
I'm
date.
sorry, Judge, that's the Commissioner's. The one on page
Oh.
21 is a 1/10, 1/20.
Okay, so that's 2/29/16.
Correct, Judge.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
That's the redemption date.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Attorney Kudnowski?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Page 54, 55, Judge. Bottom of page 54.
All right, last two items,
No objection to these, Judge.
show those petitions granted. Top of page 55, the first five items,
No objection to these.
show those granted. Have you filed your proposed orders yet?
I believe in the file.
Okay. Have you reviewed them?
I have, Judge.
Okay. Attorney Brown?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Page 2, halfway down.
I see that. Two items.
No objection to these on those two items, Judge.
Those petitions are granted.
Your Honor, I need to add the additional language to the order, so I'll submit.
You'll submit those?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome. Attorney Bratz?
Starting on page 45, Judge.
All right, starting with Abundant Grace Church of God, page 45.
No objection to these on any items, Judge.
Those petitions are granted. 46.
No objection to these on page 46, Judge.
At the bottom is a typo in the last one-time shot versus CR Works.
Yes?
Typo, the correct key number should be 45-08-09. It reads 06, it should be 09.
Okay, got it. We'll show those petitions granted. Why don't we start taking some of the objections first before we get too far ahead of ourselves. This lady in the Jesus shirt, come on forward. Ma'am, what's your name?
Dillard.
Camilla Dillard?
Buyer is Jacob Webb. Page 54, Judge. Bottom third of the page.
Page 54, yeah, 6 from the bottom, Jacob Webb versus Camilla Dillard. Okay, ma'am, you'll have to fill out a appearance form, or CCS.
She's actually already filed one, Judge. It's file stamped. She has it here.
Okay. Are you objecting to the issuance of deed, ma'am? Are you objecting?
Yes.
Okay. December 11th, 2015 at 10:30. 10:30. Okay, sir, you in the nice orange sports coat. Come on forward. It's good Halloween. I like it. What's your name? Abdul Muhammad. All right.
Is it under your name? Yes. Is it one of the record?
Yes.
Page 53, the last one.
Okay.
Last item on page 53.
Page 53. I see it. Kirk Lauerman versus Abdul Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad, have you filled out an appearance or a CCS entering your appearance?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Are you objecting to the issuance of deed?
Yes.
December 11th, 2015 at 10:30. For status. Yes, sir. What's your name?
Fred McGee.
Fred McGee?
Yes, Fred McGee.
Buyer is Sis Inc.
Page? Oh,
Page 46. 7 from the bottom.
I see it. And you're Fred McGee?
Yes.
Have you filled out an appearance?
No, I haven't.
Okay, you're going to need to do that. Are you objecting to the issuance of deed?
Yes.
December 11th, 2015 at 10:30 for status.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else feel they have an okay. Sir, what's your name? Joe Mendoza?
Who's the owner?
Let's take on the door. Okay, page 53, Your Honor. Third from the top on my sheet, Nebraska Alliance versus Oregon.
Okay, and what's your name?
Joe Mendoza.
Okay. Are you objecting to the issuance of deed?
Yes.
December 11th, 2015 at 10:30 for status. Did you hear, were you here earlier when I explained this? Yeah, all right. All right, so page 37? No, I'm sorry.
45.
All right, page 45, we've already showed is granted. Page 46, all granted except for the Zeast objection. Gives us to page 47.
No objection to deed on page 47.
Judge, there's a few matters on that I'm addressing. The second one is Top Shot versus Victor Bacon. The key number reads 424-434. There's a typo on that.
Okay.
Top Shot versus Huzar. We filed a motion to withdraw the petition for issuance of tax.
Where's that at?
It's
Middle of page, Vittoriano, Huzar.
Oh, I see it.
next one on that page.
Withdrawn.
Top Shot versus Donna Smith. We filed a motion to void because of bankruptcy. Bankruptcy was filed. We're asking the court to void the sale.
Which one?
Top Shot versus Donna Smith.
Fourth from the bottom.
Have you filed a proposed order?
Yes, Your Honor. And then the next one, Top Shot, Kimberly Allen. Same situation, bankruptcy was filed, she not been sold.
So voided? Yes?
Yes, we're asking.
Yeah. The remaining items
No objection to deed, Judge.
are granted. Page 48,
No objection to deed, Judge.
those petitions are granted.
Judge, there's two on that page. About a third of the way down, Wintering versus Rollsell, Dana. We're asking if that be continued. Yeah. Till December 11th.
We'll show that continued to December 11, 2015 at 10:30.
And then about four more down, Wintering versus Enterprise Ventures. We reached a settlement. We have a stipulation to allow redemption. Mr. Wiley has signed on yet. So we need the issue as a settlement.
All right, so, excuse me, agreement reached
Yes.
and filed.
Yes, I'll file a pleading statement.
All right, and then the remaining items,
No objection, Judge.
all right, those petitions are granted. Page 49,
No objection, Judge.
any Bratz, any changes or revisions?
None of that, Jay. None of that yet.
We'll show that petition granted, those petitions. Page 50,
No objection to deed, Judge.
Judge, one correction on that page, the last item, DJ3 Land LLC, the proper party should be Top Shot
As buyer.
as buyer.
for which one, Susan Kelly or Wyndham Meadows?
Meadows, Top Shot Investments.
All right. Those petitions are granted. 51,
No objection to deed, Judge.
Attorney Bratz, any revisions or
No corrections there.
petitions as set forth on page 51 are granted? Page 52,
No objection to deed, other than the middle of the page, there's two for Thomas Trolley.
yep.
Those will both be.
So there's some other issues in that matter. We asked Attorney Stankiewicz has entered on behalf of the respondent. We asked that we continue to December 11th. I do agree that it has been resolved. There's some other issues we have to address in the case.
All right, we'll set it for status December 11th at 10:30. The two in the middle of the page that are Thomas Trolley. All other petitions granted, yes.
Correct, on page 52, Your Honor.
Page 53, top two items.
No objection to these, Judge.
Those are granted. The next several items underneath the Joy Wilson matter,
Yes, no objection to these, Judge, other than the last item.
we'll show those granted. The last item is, there was an objection. All the items on page 54 as they proceed, the Jacob Webb matter.
No objection to deed, other than middle of the page, William Spencer buyer versus Boyd Zink, that was redeemed.
Okay. William Spencer versus Boyd Zink, redeemed.
Next three
The
items.
other ones are, the other petitions are granted.
Correct, Your Honor, rest of the page.
What about the three under Webb? Oh, yeah, those are granted.
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Bratz, do you have any others?
No, Your Honor, it's on page 73, we have that objection that we filed Helen Torres, and you set it for December of 9/30.
I think he has one on page 7.
Yeah, there's one on page 78.
This one on 78.
Frank Wayne buyer versus Lucy Gabbard. I no objection to these, Judge.
I think that one's already on there, but I'm going to go ahead and show it granted. I think that was up in the... Yeah. Attorney Bennett?
Pages 15 and 78, Judge.
Good morning.
Page 15, no objection to the four items on page 15, Your Honor.
City of Hammond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Okay, we'll show those petitions granted. Page 78?
Page 78, there was one item, it's also City of Hammond versus North Star Trust. No objection to these, Judge.
That might even be already on, let's see.
I will need to provide you with order with the additional language that was provided us today, but that to replace what was previously filed.
Okay, yep. Yep. We'll show that granted.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See, Attorney McNeil? Or is that Attorney Anderson? Are you here for her?
No, you didn't walk from here.
Okay, fair enough.
66. No objection to these, on those two items on page 66.
We'll show those petitions granted. Have you filed your orders?
We'll refile those today, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. You're welcome. 66, it's under McNeil. She's not McNeil. All right, Attorney Tweedle?
Page 55, Your Honor. Start.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Page 55, Your Honor.
The second one down, Linda DeWitt versus Dorothy B. Carr. We're withdrawing our petition for deed on that item.
Have you filed,
No, I will.
okay, have you seen the proposed order?
I have not, Judge.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Okay. First item then, on page 55.
No objection to these, Judge.
Show that petition granted. Remaining petitions on page 55.
No objection, Your Honor.
Those are granted. Three petitions on page 56.
No objection, Your Honor.
Anything else? Attorney Wojciechowski, what do you have?
Page 1, under case starts, Your Honor. Yes. No objection to these. And then also page 70.
Objection by
We're asking that,
All right, hold on a second. I'm not moving that fast. All right, we'll show that granted. What page now?
Page 70.
70?
Jeff would like. You just need to extend, finish the session, right? Extend it.
I had it done.
Is this the one as Scott Richards?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we'll show Attorney Wilashansky appears on that. What is it?
Jeff would like.
No, I know.
Extend,
Is that a commissioner's or whatever?
Commissioner, sure.
Extend 120 then, Judge. It's an extend 1 year, Judge. So that new redemption date is 10.
February 29th, 2016.
Correct, Your Honor.
I think he said
December 31st.
Wait, I don't.
October.
Oh, it's a 1 year.
1 year extension.
I thought you said 120.
And on page 16, when you're ready. The second and third, the caption starts at the top.
No objection indeed on those two items, Judge. Page 16, items 2 and 3.
Okay. Show those granted. You're welcome. Attorney Decker?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Page 16. There's been an objection filed on Summit Management, or Some Management Group, LLC. It's John Hutchison. Is John Hutchison here?
Your Honor, my name is Cheyenne Riker. I'm here for John Hutchison.
Okay. He's also behind you, I think. Okay, I'm sorry, what's your name? No, not you.
Cheyenne Riker.
R-I...
K-E-R.
Have you entered your appearance?
I have.
Okay. Pretrial conference, December 11th, 2015 at 10:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, other than that one, there's 4 items above that. Any objection to those deeds, those petitions? Those are granted. And then the ones below that,
No objection, no.
show those granted. Have you filed your orders?
I have, but I have them here, I'll leave them.
Okay. All right. Attorney Polk?
I'm subbing
All right.
for 3 to the Summit.
Pages 16 and 17, Judge.
I'm right there. Pipazar for Polk.
Objection to
P-
those bottom 2 items, Judge.
One more on the top of page 17.
PIPOSAR, right?
P-I-P-O-S-A-R.
We'll show those granted. And then page 17 also,
No objection, Judge.
petition granted. What other page?
For mine, for Pipstar, starting on 18, going through 20.
Page 18.
Page 18, the only objection, Judge, is the last item was a bankruptcy.
So,
That's a cancellation.
yes?
We're trying to stay.
So, we'll give us good status then. That'll be then set for status 12/11, Judge.
12/11/15 at 10:30
The other items on that page 18, no objection.
are granted.
Your Honor, you said 10 and 30, correct?
10:30, yes. Page 19.
First 4 items, Judge, no objection to deed.
Those petitions are granted.
Item number 5 from the top was redeemed.
James Kane,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay,
Next 2 items, no objection to deed.
granted. Those petitions are granted.
The next one, buyer Victor Danica versus father and son, that was redeemed.
Okay.
Remaining on page 19, no objection to deed.
Those petitions are granted. Page 20.
Page 20. First 7 items, no objection to deed, Judge.
Those petitions are granted.
Remaining for Attorney Pepasar, those are extension 120, all for buyer.
Peter Rock,
Yes, Your Honor. Extend 120.
extend redemption, granted, 229-16. Any others?
No, that's it, Your Honor. I'm filing new orders to represent the new language.
Good enough. Attorney Walker, page 2.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning.
No objection to deed on those 4 items from Attorney Walker, Your Honor.
We got some gal here. Ma'am, what's your name?
That's for another page, Your Honor.
Okay. What about this gentleman? What's your name?
Alvin Sheets.
And he's unrelated to you.
Okay. Ma'am, say it again? Are you objecting to a deed?
Yes, page 24, Your Honor.
Okay, let's deal with page 2. Any objection to those petitions? Attorney Wiley? We'll show those granted.
Next, we're on page 23, Your Honor.
Starting with Tony Congress.
Starting with Tony Congress, Frank Petritis, those are just motions for extension of the deadline. Regarding Mr. Petritis.
Hold on a second. You're saying those 5?
Hold on,
Yes.
starting on page 23, Judge.
Yep.
Top item, Ricardo Ruiz, I believe that's a new one.
That's Attorney Wyatt. That's not Attorney Walker.
Yeah, the first one. The first 5 items were extension 120s, Judge.
Okay. Extend, redemption, granted. 229-16.
Next 3 items, no objection to deed, Judge.
What about the last one?
Last one, there was item found as an objection.
Your Honor,
Elena Crum?
can we go back to Frank Petritis?
Yes.
Okay, on Frank Petritis, he did appear today, filed an appearance. And-
Who did?
And, Frank, Sheriff Guha,
Okay.
the owner, he did file an appearance and, with an objection to the extension. But I
Oh,
don't
okay.
not prepared to pay the taxes, but he did file an objection.
All right. State Guha appears. Objection filed on status 12/11/15 at 10:30. On that one.
And then the next one would be, Ms. Trump, who's here.
Okay, you're Elena Crum?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not understanding, Your Honor, she's had an issue on her postal service. We in fact know her 4.5 was sent back to us. She did receive a 4.6, so she didn't really have notice to redeem. So we've talked, and the parties have agreed to see if we could just have an extension of her deadline to the February 29th date.
Ma'am,
Yes.
is that what you'd like?
Well, yes, because like you said, I wasn't getting none of my mail. We still having issues with the post office not sending my mail to me. They keep saying that it's a vacant property, which I live in a property. I don't have a problem with that. I need to find out exactly what my taxes is because I never ever got anything. And he just told me I need to probably go to the assessor's office. So it's February 29th, or if you can extend it a little bit longer to give me enough time, because I may have to get the property reassessed because the taxes is quite high on the property. And I don't even know what the taxes is on the property because I never received
That
anything.
doesn't sound like there's an agreement. We set it for 12/11 for status.
Your Honor, what we're agreeing to is the February 29th extension of the deadline to give her a chance to pay.
Is that what you're agreeing to, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, I need to pay my taxes before February 29th.
Okay, good enough. I guess you understand. All right, so,
The auditor is satisfied with that.
all right. will show that the part where there's an agreement reached, redemption period extended to 2/29/16. Okay, all right.
On page 24, Your Honor,
Yep.
we have Ms. Bowling. That's here.
What's your name?
Lakeis Bowling. It's
Bowling?
Page, John.
Okay. Ms. Bowling, have you entered your appearance? Do you fill out any paperwork? Okay, you're going to need to as soon as we're finished with this. Do you object to the issuance of the deed? All right, 12/11/15 at 10:30 is the status conference. Do you have any questions? Were you here earlier when I explained the process? Okay, you understand it?
Yes.
All right, the first 5 items then on page 24,
No objection, Judge.
we'll show those granted.
The next item after Ms. Bowling's, no objection to deed for Sidney Davis.
Okay,
Next 2 items were redeemed, Judge.
so Walton and Harbor High Yield,
Correct.
both redeemed.
Correct, Your Honor. Next item, Larry McGee, is buyer, no objection to deed.
Petitions granted.
Actually, Your Honor, those, from Larry McGee, the next 8 are all motions for extensions. On page 25.
Treasurer Seller,
120, Judge.
stand redemption granted. 2/29, you said Commissioners, right? 16. Stand redemption granted. 2/29/16. Attorney Walker, anything else?
And I'm going to file amended copies of our proposal orders.
Okay,
Thank you.
good enough. All right, Attorney Wilson.
Page 2, Your Honor.
Page 2, Your Honor, no objection to deed.
Petitions granted.
That's what's around the bottom.
66? Last item on 66, Stephen Piggy.
No objection, Judge.
That petition's granted.
Next 4 is application 7.
There's 5 of them.
No objection to deed, Judge.
On all 5 or just 4 of them?
All 5, I've got all 5.
All right, we'll show those granted. Do you have the orders?
I provide that with the format.
Okay. Attorney Kavachkov, the old one. Age before beauty.
Good morning.
Morning.
Start at page 12. I'm sorry, page 5.
Treadstone Partners.
No objection to deed, Judge.
Show those granted.
Page 56, Your Honor.
Page 56, Your Honor, we have an objection on the very last one.
Great Lakes title.
Correct.
Okay, and Attorney Steele, you represent
Thank you, Mayor.
Are you here just because they want you to be here for warm and fuzzies? No, okay, not on this one?
Right.
Attorney still appears for BOA. Objects. 12, 11, 15 at 10:30. Mr. Cheeks.
Yes, sir.
Right. Let's find you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sixth one down on 57.
And you're Alvin Cheeks?
Yes, sir.
All righty. All right, and you're objecting.
Objecting the basis that my mother's deceased.
All right, 12, 11, 15 at 10:30 will be your next court date.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, have you entered an appearance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
December 11th at 10:30.
We have other objectors.
I see that.
Your Honor.
Sir, come on up. Yeah, you. What's your name? Say it one more time. Mabel White.
Mabel White is home.
Dia White.
The property is under Mabel White. She's deceased.
Do you know a Dia? There's a White. That's you? Oh, okay. All right.
There's a Dia White.
She's back there in the panda shirt. Ma'am, what's your name? No.
Oh, Cheryl Daniels.
Okay. So looking for Daniels too.
Doesn't come under.
Do they have any paperwork whatsoever?
They've got a letter.
Do we even have to have the parcel number?
No, they got nothing. Mabel R. White.
All right, ma'am, sir, have a seat. We'll try and figure it out towards the end of the morning call. Ms. White, bottom of page 57. What's your name? Amber Evans. Are you here to object to the petition for deed? Dia White, it's the last item on page 57. December 11th, 2015 at 10:30. Did you enter an appearance, ma'am? Have her fill out paperwork. Ms. Daniels? Or is that, she's with you? All right. Well, don't move. All right, page 57, first 5 items.
No objection to these, sir.
56, yeah.
Those petitions are granted.
There was an objection on the bottom.
Oh, 56, did not. Page 56, other than the last one,
No objection, Judge.
those petitions are granted. 57, starting with the first one under the Alvin Cheeks objection.
No objection to D other than the last item that we just did, Judge.
Right.
And then there's, I have an indication that the...
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
The fifth one from the bottom is redeemed.
Redeemed, that's correct, Judge.
Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then we'll show the rest of them granted and those redeemed. Page 58.
No objection to these for any of the last items.
Okay, those petitions are granted.
Thank you.
All right. Attorney Kavachkov, the younger.
We're down to a computer that we can...
All right.
The address thing that...
If you figure it out, come back up.
This Daniels is on page 17, first to the bottom.
I see it. Jack Mitchell. Objection filed. Cheryl Daniels appears. Are you objecting?
Yes, I'm objecting.
Okay. 12, 11, 15 at 10:30 a.m.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a request that it be extended to February 29th, because I became owner in 2012. I've been living there for...
Okay, let me stop you. I'm not going to hear anything. I'm not going to make any rulings today. If there's going to be anything done other than a pretrial conference, it has to be by agreement with you and the attorney. So you could ask him that, but not me. At least not today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
December 11, 2015, 10:30, and yeah, fill out the paperwork so we have your correct address. Page 17, other than that objection,
No objection to D on page 17.
those are granted. Page 18,
Page 18. No objection to D on the annual tax on page 17.
those petitions are granted. Attorney Kavachkov, anything else?
Yes, sir. On page 2,
Okay.
the living metals are petitions for surplus.
Okay, I don't know why they got on here. Where are they? I mean, have you just filed them?
I filed them over 45 days ago. It's part of the procurement group was hired by the property owners to see the surplus.
Okay, is there anybody else that's been involved? They're the property owners? Is that what you're saying, that they're the property owners? Okay.
And they were at the time.
Attorney Wiley, any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Okay, we'll show those granted. Have you filed orders on those?
Yes, they should be in the file.
Okay.
On page 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, gotcha. Page 3.
No objection to items on page 3, Judge.
All right, we'll show those petitions granted on page 3. What about page 4?
No objection, Judge.
Those petitions are granted. Page 5,
4 items on page 5, no objection, Judge.
and those are granted.
Thank you.
Attorney Jones? Whoever gets there first.
Starting on page 1.
All right, starting with Lester Miller.
Yes, Your Honor.
Those 4 items,
No objection, Your Honor.
those petitions are granted.
Going to page 7.
I see those.
Page 7, first item, no objection to deed.
You mean the first item for her?
For her, for Angela Jones.
Sharon Black's?
Correct, Your Honor.
They have it as A. Are all these yours? What page are you on?
These are all Angela Jones other than one, I think, Judge. Or no?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, this is Shawnee's Black one too.
Well, who's Sharon Black's? Black.
That should be Inglewood Shannon.
The Sergio Garcia?
That's the Inglewood Shannon, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, but you're here on her behalf?
On her behalf?
All right, then we're going to leave you down.
Okay.
Also, no objection to deed, Judge, no matter who's representing Mr. Black.
How about the rest of them?
The next 5, extension 120s.
So Percy Scott
I'm sorry, the next 4.
through Percy Scott.
Correct.
Stand redemption granted. 22916. Yes?
Yes.
Leotra Holmes.
The remaining on page 7, no objection to deed, Judge.
Show those petitions granted. Are you here for Attorney Shannon also?
Yes.
Let's go back to page 1 then. That Sharon Black, that must be is that a duplicate or is there 2? No, the parcel numbers are different.
Okay. Also, no objection to deed on that first one.
What about the other 2?
The other two,
She withdrew her appearance, Ms. Shannon did, Your Honor. Those are continued.
look at the December 11th, day, she thought it was on her appearance.
The Anton Harris?
Yeah.
All right, so the first one is granted. The next 2 are continued to 12, 11, 15 at 10:30. Okay?
Back to page 8, Judge.
Right.
First 6 items, no objection to deed.
Okay.
Next item.
Those are granted.
Extend 120 for Brenda Edmund at fire.
Extend redemption granted. 22916.
Next 5 items, no objection to deed.
That's Letitia Anderson through Sims versus Hagan.
Yes, Your Honor. So the next item.
Petitions granted.
Next item, Sims versus the Hay Development, that's a redemption.
Okay, show that redeemed.
Last 2 items, no objection to deed.
Those petitions are granted. Page 9.
Page 9. First 6 items, no objection to deed. From Richard Dobson as owner.
Okay,
Next item was an extension.
show those granted.
Next item for Attorney Jones.
Keno Holloway,
Yes, Your Honor.
extend redemption granted.
Extend 120.
22916.
Staying on that same page for Attorney Lewis Shannon, Your Honor.
Okay, and we're going to show that Attorney Jones appeared on all those.
Next 4 items, no objection to deed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
For Harold Jones.
Petition granted. Petition granted. Ramon Wilkes.
Next 3 items for extension 120, Your Honor.
Extend redemption granted. 22916. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Jones, any more?
Page 78, it looks like, Judge. Whose properties? That was a redeed, Judge. Oh, for deed. Page 78.
Few properties versus Woodson, redeemed,
No objection to deed.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
granted.
That's all for attorney general.
There's one up above there. Gary Garage LLC, Carter.
That's me.
Okay, right. All right. Attorney Jones? Oh, you got Attorney Hancher also?
Asking the December 11th date.
Yeah, we have.
Page 1 and page 67, Judge. Page 1 was like an agreed order at the top with Attorney Richard Williams.
Vernon Nash, Chester, Washington.
I have that as an agreed order.
We have an agreed order. I was unaware that the tenant would be here today, so we haven't signed it. If we sign that and present it to the court, our presence is required within the...
No, I'm not even going to set it for the 11th. I'm just going to show agreement reached and to be filed.
Okay, thank you.
And then page 60.
And that's going to be filed within 14 days. I'm sorry, say it again.
Page 67, Judge, for Attorney Hatcher. Bottom third of the page. Those are all 3 extent 120s.
Extend redemption granted 2/29/16. Anything else? Attorney Jones, page 5. Good morning.
Yes, page 5, or page...
Got a note on the next to last one saying it's a extension of redemption.
I didn't have that, Judge. I had no objection to deed on any items on page 5.
I don't have a note on my call. NL Lipscomb versus Monia Johnson? No?
Oh, Ms. Johnson filed that. I guess she filed for an exception of redemption, but I filed for...
Okay, well, I'm going to treat that as an objection then. Ms. Johnson, Monia Johnson? Yeah. Are you Monia Johnson?
Mona Johnson,
Mona Johnson, okay, there must be is it, yes, M-O-N-A?
M-O-N-I-A.
Okay, it is, okay. And are you objecting to the issuance of deed?
I am the personal representative for the estate of Raphael Johnson. There are no funds to redeem the property, but it is part of her estate.
Okay, so are you objecting?
Say it again, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
The answer is yes.
I'm going to treat it as an objection. Your next court date will be December 11th, 2015 at 10:30 a.m.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so then the remainder of page 5,
No objection, Judge.
those petitions are granted.
Going on to page 6.
Yes.
No objection to page 6, Your Honor. I just really pretty no.
Those petitions are granted. Anything else?
Page 10.
That's the first one, Daniel Harris's petition, the tax deed.
I have actually, it's the bottom of page.
Yeah, bottom of page 9.
Okay.
Page what?
Page 9, last item.
Last item. No objection to deed on that item, Judge.
Show that granted.
First item, going on to page 10. No objection to deed on the first item.
Daniel Harris,
Correct, Your Honor.
granted.
Next three items, those are extension 120s.
And the one.
Moore and Blissett.
Correct, Your Honor. Next item for Renee Wells Darden and fire, that was reviewed.
So those are the three we'll extend 120, 22916. Dale Wells Darden is redeemed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, Helen, the rest of page 10.
Rest of page 10, no objection to the Your Honor.
Those petitions are granted. Have you filed your orders?
I don't know about it.
Okay. Next two items on page 11.
No objection to the Your Honor.
Farley's Heart Church, actually that one was redeemed.
Which one?
Virgil Woods of Farley's Heart Church.
Back on page 10, Your Honor, middle of page 10, she's saying Virgil Woods is buyer. Against Father's Heart Church, that was
Redeemed.
Father's Heart Church,
Yes.
Virgil Woods, redeemed.
Then Solana, Indiana LLC, Morgan, I filed an objection.
You filed an objection?
I filed an objection for that one.
Well, okay, we've got this down as yours. It's not yours, it's Melina's.
It's one of his, yeah, but it's an objection that I filed, yes.
The client came on, they listed under Molina and Jones.
Probably.
It's on page 65, I believe, for... That's his position, the tax fee, and then
All right, I'm going to mark this one off as a duplicate.
December 11th,
Page 66.
65.
I'm sorry, 65. Where's Attorney Molina? Oh, there he is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, third item from the top. Rufus Morgan. Attorney Kenya Jones appears for Rufus Morgan. And objects. 12/11/15 at 10:30. Any others?
The remainder, no, that's only a different, but the remainder on page 10.
Yeah, we already dealt with those.
And we did the two on page 11 as well, sir.
Yes. The two on page 11 were granted.
Yeah, the first one on 11 is extension.
Which one, Terrence Williams?
Yeah, that's an extension, and then it's showing this black, and then I see on page 78.
Hold on. Terrence Williams, extend redemption
Yes,
to what? 229?
you're 229.
22916, and then Shanice Black.
That's
That's the,
Granted.
yes, Your Honor.
And then page 78. Gary Hodge.
Yes.
No objection to the Your Honor.
That petition's granted.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Where? Oh, at the top, too. What about the one at the other one?
It's the same one, I believe.
No, it has a different,
Has a different...
partial number. Also for D, Your Honor, no objection.
Granted.
Thank you.
All right, Attorney Stigler, you have one on page 6. Is that your only one?
Yes, sir.
Show that granted. Have you filed your order? Yeah, just get it filed as soon as you can, 14 days. Attorney Molina? Page 58.
Bottom of page 58.
You said the afternoon of the 11th is no good? How many tax trials do we have on the 7th? Call over and ask Michael.
Possibly started at 2, Judge, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll pick a different, I mean, we've got 11 at 9:30 and 15 at 10:30. If I thought there was only going to be a few more, I'd keep going, but
You're going to go to 18.
no. How about December 8th at 1:30? It's a Tuesday.
That's fine, Judge.
$1:30. All right.
Bottom of page 58.
Right, bottom page 58, but we've got, ma'am, or
Carmela Drake. She's second from the bottom on page 58, Judge.
yes, the very first item.
Yes, sure.
Carmela Drake? Oh, that's you, okay. Step forward. Appears, are you objecting?
Yes.
December 8th, 2015 at 1:30. Okay, do you have any questions? Have you filed paperwork showing what your address is?
Right here. Sign it right here. Fill out some stuff.
All right, then the last item on page 58 in the morning. Last item on page 58.
No objection is needed, Judge.
Okay, we'll show that granted, just to get that page out of the way. All right, and then, sir, the jacket, come on up. What's your name? Say it one more time.
Wilson Lloyd.
Lloyd.
The first one, your name. Is it in your name?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, page 60, the second to last item.
Got it.
December 8th, 2015 at 1:30. Next court date.
Excuse me, I also have another one in property, but I don't have the attorney's name with me. Do I need to have any detail that I'm calling with? I'll have the attorney here with me, so maybe the bank.
Wire is JTCS Investments. Doesn't show the client attorney, it just says that's fine.
So just have a seat then and wait, and we'll try and figure that out. And you did file a written objection, right? Okay, so and you have your correct address on there?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am? What's your name?
What page is it? Page 62, 6 down.
Darian Edwards? And that's a bankruptcy?
Bankruptcy filed, get cancellation, Judge.
Is that what you want? Attorney Molina?
Yes.
So voided?
Correct, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. All right, ma'am, you can go. Ma'am, what's your name?
Renee Thomas.
She's on page 61.
Yeah, I see it.
Wasn't the bottom.
I got it I got it at 63 also. How many parcels, ma'am?
2.
All right, page 61, fourth from the bottom. Benay, B-A-N-A-Y?
Excuse me?
B-E-N-A-Y?
B-E-N-A-Y, yes.
B as in boy or V as in?
B as in boy.
Okay. Are you objecting?
Yes, I am.
Objects 12/8/15 at 1:30. Page 63, 6 from the bottom. Renee Thomas appears also, objects 12/8/15 at 1:30. Anything else, ma'am? Did you file your address on both of those?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, back to page 59. Attorney Wiley?
No objection on page 59, Judge.
All right, those petitions set forth on page.
Second from the top, that one was redeemed.
Norma Jean Gales,
Yes, Your Honor.
redeemed.
The remainder, no objection.
All right, those petitions are granted.
Page 60, no objection to D, Your Honor, other than the objection we just noted.
Those petitions are granted.
Page 61, no objection to D, other than the Benay Thomas objection just noted.
The one above, Benny Thomas, Anita Edwards, that is also another bankruptcy on that.
So voided? Yes?
Yes.
All the rest of the deeds as set forth on that page, all the other petitions are granted. Page 62, other than the Darian Edwards matter.
Third one down, Your Honor, is a redemption.
Spencer?
Yes, Your Honor. And the last two on page 62 were also redemptions.
LakeCo Investments and Kelvin Glass
Correct, Your Honor.
are both redeemed. All right, so then the top two, any objection to those petitions?
No, Your Honor.
Show those granted. Skip one down to the next two.
No objection, Your Honor.
Those are granted. Skip the next one down to the next 7.
No objection.
Remainder of the page, other than the 2 that are redeemed at the bottom, those petitions are granted.
Page 63, Your Honor. First one, no objection to D. Second item is a redemption.
I'm sorry, which one?
Second item from the top is redemption.
Whole?
Yes, Your Honor.
What about the first item?
No objection to D.
That's granted.
Next two items, No objection to deed.
Those petitions are granted.
The next item may be church as owner. That was a redemption.
Show Nadine Church is redeemed. Next 4 items.
No objection to deed on the next 4.
Those petitions are granted.
Then the objection, the next item after the objection, Ernst Oliver.
Yep.
That's a redemption.
Oliver's redeemed. Last 4 items.
No objection to deed.
Those are granted. Ms. Thomas, you have another question?
Yes, I do. Okay, for December 8th, when I come, is there any material I need to bring, or do I just come? Is that just a pre-trial? I mean, what happens then?
It's a pretrial conference. Between now and then, you need to exchange all the documents that you wish the court, that you want me to look at. You need to give them to Attorney Molina, and he's going to have to give you all the documents that he wants me to look at, specifically the notices that he's filed in this case. And the auditor's office will also send you their pre-sale notice. Okay? Page 64.
Page 64, Your Honor. First 5 items, no objection to deed.
Those petitions are granted.
Next 2 items, starting with Eugene Eddy as owner. That one is redeemed.
Okay. Eugene Eddy redeemed.
Loretta Ford as owner. That sale was canceled.
Sale canceled.
Next 3 items, no objection to deed.
Next 3 petitions are granted.
Next item for Joya Doss as owner. That was redeemed.
Doss redeemed.
Next item, no objection to deed.
Calhoun granted.
Next item, Pollard. That was redeemed.
Pollard redeemed.
Next item, no objection to deed.
Cuevas granted.
Last item on page 64, that was redeemed.
Erica Davis redeemed. Top 2 items on 65.
First item, no objection to deed.
That petition's granted.
Second item was canceled.
Sale canceled. That's Loretta Ford.
Correct, Your Honor.
Next item, there's an objection that we have set for the 11th at 10:30.
Correct, Your Honor. Next item after that, no objection to deed.
Twig.
Correct, Your Honor.
That's granted.
Next 2 items, Lapsley and Jones, those were redeemed.
Lapsley redeemed. Jones redeemed.
Next 2 items, no objection to deed.
Andrews and Pickens.
Correct, Your Honor.
Both granted.
Next item was redeemed for Baskin.
Baskin redeemed.
Remainder of page 65, no objection to deed.
We'll show the remaining petitions as set forth on the court's call on page 65 as granted. Page 66.
First item, no objection to deed.
That's Tony Ackle. Show that petition's granted.
Next item is a 4.6 notice is needed, Your Honor, if you want to give them that December 8th date.
Next one is continued to December 8th, 2015 at 1:30. Next item,
Last item for Attorney Molina is no objection to deed.
that petition's granted.
And then one on 78 apparently, Your Honor. Bottom half of the page.
Yes.
No objection to deed on that.
Show that petition granted. Attorney Molina, anything else? Attorney Kavachkov, do you have something?
Yes, Your Honor.
You found,
I did find it. Here's the thing. After we pulled the tax record for the property, key numbers didn't match anything I got on my list. She said, wife's doing good. I said, I don't think so. I don't see any reason for you to be here. Heard me afterwards, look at the rest of the list. And I did find the key number for the Attorney Deeks.
Attorney Deacon, why don't you jump up here then?
it's the last one, page 33. Your Honor, I've got the contact information. I'll take this back to the client and let him know the date, and I'll send a certified letter with what the court advises that they need to do on that date. I'll make sure I provide that copy of that letter to you.
Oh, that's Mabel White.
Yeah, Mabel White.
Okay, and what was their name? Who appeared? Because Mabel's deceased.
The other person here was Roy Smith, because he's also the other owner on that property. And the daughter of Roy was Sarah Sharp. And her cell phone number, she said I could contact them at that address, so I will call her. The cell phone number she gave me was 219-484-7601.
Attorney Gigas, did you write that down?
219-484-7601. And I had taken that because I didn't know why they received a letter from my office and checked out and called her. Now I realize they didn't get a letter from my office. So I will call her. I'll send a certified letter regarding the date that you're having them show up and have them.
12/8/15 at 1:30. Thank you for your assistance. Attorney Gikas, page 33.
First two items, no objection to deed, Judge.
We'll show those petitions granted.
Going on to page 34.
Yep.
First two items, no objection to deed.
Petitions granted.
Next item, for Vicki Walton, that was redeemed.
Redeemed.
And last two items, the remaining items on page 34, no objection to deed.
Those petitions are granted. Have you filed your orders?
I have replacement ones.
Okay.
There was one item on Mr. Cromer that was omitted from the call. That was we filed them at the same time, but it wasn't on the call sheet. So I have the order for that one. It's been reviewed.
Where is it?
This is key number 4508-022.000-004.
Say that one more time. 0805408-222-022-000-004. That's on page 78.
Okay, that's how it is.
Any objection to that petition?
No objection, Your Honor.
That's granted. Ma'am, hold on. She might be objecting to one of yours. What's your name?
Frances Beverly.
Okay. She's on page 34, the second from the top. Nathan Trammell versus Frances Beverly. Frances Beverly appears. Are you objecting to the issuance of deed, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, and we're going to set your matter for a pretrial conference on December 8th at 1:30. Okay? All right, attorney order. Page 1.
No objection to those two items for deed, Your Honor.
Sure those granted.
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Williams.
Page 1 was the agreed order, first item on page 1, Judge.
Anything else?
And then page 35 through 36.
The first one on 35, Tillotson, is the 120 days, February 29th extension.
Which one?
First item.
Tillotson?
Yes, first item for Attorney Williams.
Stand redemption to 2/29/16?
Correct.
Remaining four items on page 35, Your Honor, no objection to deed.
Granted.
On page 36, first item was redeemed.
Say it again. That's redeemed. Wendell and McMillan?
Yes, redeemed. Next 5 items, the attorney wishes no objection to deed.
Those petitions are granted. Have you filed your orders?
I'm going to file it right now.
Okay.
I also have, I'm going to enter my appearance on the record, and the fact that it's today for Indiana Trust, to help them be able to represent themselves, but I agree with the attorney.
Attorney, it would be for March credit those items, Your Honor. Pages 25 through 33.
25 through 33?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what are we going to do with those? Continue them or?
No, I've reviewed them, Your Honor. So we can start on page 25.
Okay.
Showing Attorney Williams representing Indiana Land Trust.
All right. On all those, we're going to show Attorney Windsor Williams as appearing on all of page 25. Okay. What about the petitions?
First 8 items, Judge, on page 25, no objection to these.
Okay.
The redemption was Indiana Land Trust versus VF Tax LLC, the first one, VF Tax LLC.
So those first 2, 4, 6, 8 are granted.
Correct, Your Honor.
The VF Tax LLC, the first one is redeemed.
Correct, Your Honor.
What about the second one?
No objection to the rest of the page.
Okay. We'll show those granted.
Page 26, no objection to these.
And again, we're going to show Attorney Windsor Williams as appearing on behalf of the petitioner on all of those. And hearing no objection, those petitions are granted. Page 27.
Also no objection to these.
Attorney Windsor Williams appears on all of those. All of those petitions are granted. Page 28.
No objection to these on those items, Your Honor.
Attorney Williams again appears on all of those. And those petitions are granted. Page 29.
No objection to these, Your Honor.
Attorney Williams appears on every matter on page 29, and those petitions are also granted. Page 30.
No objection to these, Your Honor.
Attorney Williams appears on behalf of the trust on all items on page 30, which are also granted. Page 31.
No objection to these on page 31.
Attorney Williams appears. Petitions granted. Page 32.
No objection to these, Your Honor.
Attorney Williams appears on all those matters, and those petitions are granted. Page 33.
All the items for Creswell are no objection to these.
And again, page 33, Attorney Windsor Williams appears, and all those petitions are granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Attorney Bowling, page 34.
All of those items on page 34 are extended 120, Judge.
Good morning. Stand redemption granted 2/29/15/16, I'm sorry. And then the remaining, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items on page 35.
Same thing, extend 120, Judge.
Stand redemption granted 2/29/16. Yep. Attorney Tringa, 4 items on page 35.
Yes, Your Honor, those are 120 extensions.
Extend redemption granted, 2/29/16. Attorney Driscoll,
Page 67, Your Honor. Page 66.
66, yeah, just page 66, Judge.
all right, yep.
No objection to deed for those items on page 66 for Attorney Driscoll, Your Honor.
All of those petitions are granted?
Yes, Your Honor.
Order to file, Judge.
Yeah, okay. Do they conform with their...
They contain the language.
Attorney Craig?
Your Honor.
Page 1.
Your Honor, I have an objection.
Okay.
Yes.
What page were we on? 67? 66. What's your name, ma'am?
Lillian Colbert.
I see it. Second from the bottom. Lillian Colbert appears. Ma'am, are you objecting?
Yes, I am.
Objection filed. Or have you entered your appearance or filled out any paperwork to let us know your address? Okay, you'll need to do that.
Fill out a form right up here. Yes.
December 8th, 2015 at 1:30. Ma'am, what's your name? Okay.
Start on page 5.
Yep.
I have an extension, with Coco is the last name.
Extend 120.
Yes.
Okay.
Second from the bottom, Judge.
Yeah, extend redemption,
229.
granted, 2/29/16.
Wrong line is petition for deed.
No objection to deed on the last item on page 1, Judge.
Okay, that's granted.
And I'll go to page 5, Judge.
Page 5.
About halfway down the page. Two under the name of Monique Anderson, they're both petitions for deed.
Got it.
No objection to deed on those two, Your Honor.
Those are granted. Have you filed your orders?
They did, and they have no language. And then if we could go to page 11. Starts at the third one from the top.
Yes, I got it.
So the next property.
Pop? Yep.
And it goes down to, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth from the bottom, as Ms. Ferguson was standing here.
Judith Perkinson, that's you? Okay. And are you objecting?
Yes.
December 8th, 2015 at 1:30. Yep. Did you hear me earlier when I explained the status process? That's going to be a status conference, and between now and then, you'll need to give all the documentation that you want me to look at to Attorney Craig, and she needs to give you all of her information also. Okay? Have you filled out your address? Okay.
And then also on that same page 11, right underneath where Ms. Perkins is the key number is incorrect.
Garcia?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it?
It should be 45-02-25-413.
Okay.
And the rest is correct.
No objection to deed for the remainder on page 11.
The remainder of page 11, those petitions are granted.
Then on page 12, the top two are petitions for deed, and the fourth one is a petition for deed. The third one is its 120-day extension.
Lockwood, Dion Lockwood is,
Correct.
that's the extend 120?
Yes.
Extend redemption granted, 2/29/16. Top two, any objection to those petitions?
No objection, Judge.
So those granted. Next item, prompt medical,
Petition for deed.
No objection, Your Honor.
granted.
And then also, my office filed an objection to one on page 70, Caleb Johnson. It was filed, I believe, yesterday.
File the objection.
Yes.
Okay. And your Attorney Johnson? And Attorney Craig, you represent who, Woolsey's?
Correct.
All right. And that is 12/8/15 at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Attorney Hall? Say it one more time?
Bottom of page 15, top of page 16.
All right.
3.
2 on the bottom of 15, Webb and Stuckey.
Yes, Your Honor. No objection. No objection to deed on those two items.
Those are granted. Top item on 16.
No objection to deed, Your Honor.
Okay, that's granted. Have you filed your orders?
I provided Mr. Hall today with the new language, Your Honor.
And I will prepare the orders to comply with the statutory language.
Okay, are you going to object to the orders?
Yes.
Okay, then let's set them for status.
And I know that he has, having, already saying that I comply with the statutory requirements to be entitled to the deed, we are standing to be,
All right, well, we'll deal with that at the status. We're going to set it for status. I'm not going to deal with anything on the merits today.
I understand.
So that'll be 12/8/15 at 1:30. So those will not be granted at this point in time. We'll just...
Will you state why?
Because there's an objection, and I am not hearing anything on the merits today. You've been here enough to know that. Whether you've got 100% winner or not, I don't know. I can't. We've got all these people in the courtroom.
You said 1:30, right?
Yes.
December 8th, you said.
Yeah. Attorney Rivera, page 70. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's my page is crooked.
Bottom of page 67, third from the
Yeah.
bottom, Judge. Extend 120.
Stand redemption granted 2/29/16.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Attorney Rodriguez, I try to move. I'm sorry that. All right.
67, Judge.
Yep.
3 items, top of the page. No objection to deed on those 3 items.
Those petitions are granted.
Thank you.
Attorney Wyatt.
Page 21.
So I can't see who's sitting back there. Okay. I'm sorry, Attorney Wyatt, where's yours?
Sorry, on page 21, Judge.
All right.
First item for Attorney White, that's extend 120, Judge.
Stand redemption granted 2/29/16. Your name again?
Robert Leonard for ICIH LLC.
You think
Second
you...
from the bottom on page 21, Judge.
I see it. Is this the one you were referring to before, or is that a different one?
I have 2, Your Honor. The other one is scheduled for December 11th.
Okay. Robert Leonard?
Yes, ICIH.
Have you entered your appearance
I have
for them? How do you spell Leonard?
LEONARD.
Okay. And you're objecting?
Yes.
And when was yours set?
12/11, you said, Judge.
At what time?
I didn't hear that word.
Must have been, who was the attorney?
The attorney was Kevin Smith for the city of Gary, Republican. It was a 9:30.
Kevin Smith.
It was in the beginning.
9:30.
Let me look and see.
Yeah.
Smith's. Page 12 to 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9:30.
All right. We're going to set that to 12/11/15 at 9:30. All right, so back to Steel Fabrication Welding, Inc. What did you say about that one?
I'm sorry, Chris.
The very first item of,
Was it extend 120?
That was?
On page 21, yes.
okay, and then the next one, Copeland.
No objection to D.
Okay.
The next three items are extend 120.
So Matthews, Emmerith, and Jumper,
Correct, Your Honor.
extend, redemption, granted, 22916,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay,
Next item for Ellis Eaton as owner, that's no objection to D.
granted,
The next item for Mosley as owner is redeemed.
Mosley's redeemed,
Next item for Ratliff, no objection to D.
Granted,
Next item is an extend 120 for Salerno.
extend, redemption period, granted, 22916.
Next three items, no objection to D.
Those petitions are granted.
The next item we discussed just now.
Right, and then the last item on page 21,
No objection to D on that.
that's granted. Page 22.
Page 22.
You moved on to
Page 22, no objection to D for any items on page 22.
We'll show those petitions granted.
Page 23, first item, no objection to D.
Pamela Carter,
Correct, Your Honor.
granted.
The remaining items on page 23 for Attorney Wyatt, those are new 4.6 only, so she can take that 12/11 date.
All right, we'll continue those to 12/11 at 9:30.
We're going to issue that new 4.6.
Any others? Do you know what page yours are on?
21,
Say it again?
23, she said.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I've got a couple of orders also.
Okay, and what page are yours on? Okay. He's got one. 72?
Yes.
72. Which one?
Third from the bottom, Judge.
Yeah.
Is listed, this is Attorney
Eric Morris?
for Eric Morris, Your Honor.
Who does he represent?
The buyer, I believe.
Yes.
Felicia Harbin?
Yes, Your Honor.
And no objection to deed on that.
Attorney Morris? Have you made your appearance?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. And we'll show that granted. Have you filed your orders?
Your Honor, I have the amended orders here. I have the order.
Yes. And your attorney, Parker?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Page 44, Promos LLC, Silver. Granted?
What page?
44, middle of the page.
Okay. Got it. Oh, just the one. No objection to deed, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll show those granted. And you filed your order? Oh, okay. All right. want to go through and make sure there's no other attorney cases that we haven't dealt with before we move to the next.
Yeah, I know Kirsch.
I know there's Kirsch and I saw Repsich.
Yeah, right, 44 is Kirsch.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
He's also on 44.
Yeah, I know, but I want to make sure they're nowhere else, are they? All right, yeah, middle of page 44, Attorney Kirsch, on Mark Boyd.
Never heard from him, Your Honor. Not sure what the issue is. If you just want to do a general continuance or give him a date.
Continue to 12/8/15 at 1:30 on both of those. FTA. And then Repsich.
Same thing for him, Your Honor.
All right. Show those all as an FTA. Continued to 12/8/15 at 1:30. And then page 45, Attorney Repsich fails to appear. All continued to 12/8/15 at 1:30. All right. Now, let's see if there's any other attorney cases. We didn't deal with. Okay, appears like we've dealt with all the attorney cases. Is anybody else here objecting to a deed? All right. Have you found yours? Come on up.
And,
You did or you did not?
I have not.
Okay, well, hold on. Sir, come on up. You with the beard. What's your name?
James Ford.
James Ford. Do you know who filed? Everybody else that's here, are you all petitioning for a deed? Everyone else?
It's never getting, it's just copies.
Yes, 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 yes? I'll take that as a yes, okay. What's your name?
And they threw it away.
No, they didn't toss it, they called them the single.
You didn't get the letter from them.
Not even any.
What's your name?
James Ford.
Okay. All right.
Buyer's name is Lorena Vance.
Lorraine Lemansky? Are you here?
They have been represented by one of the attorneys, Judge. I have no idea.
All right, well, have a seat over there. You in the glasses. What's your name?
Frank Salva, S-A-U-B-A-H.
This is David Bratz. I believe. Buyer is Wintering LLC, to the Bratz items.
Yeah, let's see, page 45 through 54.
You're the occupant, okay. The owner is Gata. Page 48 has the insurance. There it is, page 48, seventh from the bottom.
Norman Gata?
That's the owner.
Okay, why are you here?
He's the occupant of the property. What's your name, sir?
Frank Salva, S-A-V-B-A-H.
Okay, and why are you here?
I'm going out from the house, and I'm waiting to get a mail or other things so I can do something about the house.
Are you're objecting to the deed being issued to this person?
Okay, do you have an ownership interest in the house?
Yes.
Okay. And then we're going to show, what's your name?
Frank, last name is S-A-V-V-A-H.
Okay, you need to file an appearance. And we're going to set and you object, and we're going to set it for December 11th at 10:30. Did you hear me? When did I set your case?
December 11th,
10:30.
10:30.
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
All right, sir? Not you, I'm sorry, this guy. Have you been up, you've been up here already, haven't you?
I came at the wrong attorney over here. I said,
Oh, okay, what's your name again?
Jason Garrison.
Have you found, you know, what,
Yeah.
You're objecting to the deed.
I'm not sure.
You don't know who the attorney was. One of the buyers.
and you said your name's James Harrison?
Garrison, yes.
Harrison.
Yeah.
Is that Ms. Hurd? Okay. Ms. Hurd, come on up here.
You're good on that.
Do you know which ones you're objecting to?
The next one, he does.
Okay, hold on, him first.
Next one is a self-represented buyer who needs to wait till Keith Tony is called.
Okay, so when Keith Tony, is Keith Tony here? Okay. When he's called, you come up, okay? All right, Ms. Hurd.
From Tuesday, you said December, and that was happening.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta, you're here on the one petition, but you're also here to object to somebody else.
Yes.
Who is it?
Miss Margaret Redlund.
Oh, okay. So, who did those? Oh, Attorney Williams.
Attorney Williams.
All right, those were 25 through 33. All right. And are these going to be under your name?
Yes, sir.
No, they're not going to be under your name, are they?
Miss Bob.
You're the owner of them?
No, these are the ones that we had the hearing on the other day, that she never got the deed. So she's not going to be listed as the owner, but she's objecting to them because she's trying to get the deed from the previous sale.
Right.
Who's the previous owner's name? Because that's what it's going to be under.
The Norman Bailey. Johnson Washington. Jane, Willie Denny. 1, 2, 3, 4, Ms. Brandon. Because when I said 2, you said December 11th, I just want to know what time.
Yeah, but I've got to figure out which ones they are first.
Norman Bailey is on page 29, the last two.
Yeah, I see that. There's 2 Norman Baileys? Okay, okay, so the last 2 items on 29, and those are actually going to be on the 8th, 12/8/15 at 1:30. We're going to show Greta Hurd. Greta. Greta. Heard.
Willie Denny. Remember, you got to go on the top of page 30.
Okay, and then on the top of page 33, Greta Hurd. Appears, objects, and that's 12/8/15 at 1:30. All right, so there's 3 of them.
Okay, then when I was in court, you said told me December 11th. And I asked you what time.
No, I told you that's what it was probably going to be.
Okay.
But I've already filled the 11th, so I had to pick another date. It's going to be the 8th, yeah.
And so we need the other names.
The other names.
Willie Denny.
Say that again?
Willie Denny.
Denny, okay.
Yes. And from Johnson, Washington. And Fergie Brandon.
Denny, Brandon, and Washington.
Page 78, George.
Yeah, but those are going to be duplicates.
They are, okay.
So look for some 305s in the middle number. I don't see them. Do you have paperwork on all of them?
Yes. Give me a fact, I can fax it.
Did you enter your appearance on all of them?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just sent those to the...
We'll set all of them for the 8th.
Okay, one third.
Yeah, if you could bring,
Yes, sir.
Bring what you filed this time.
just bring whatever it was, bring a copy and just drop it off with my bailiff, if that's, or you can fax it, whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, sir, with the glasses. Well, we both have glasses. Well, I've already dealt with him. What's your name?
Yohani Yakala?
Say that one more time.
Yohani Yakala?
Okay?
This was a Marco Molina.
Okay?
Buyer is DELL Partners.
Marco Molina, 58 through 66.
Again, buyer DELL. Starting at the bottom of page 62.
Okay?
Little numbers on the key number is 1038.
Eugene Eddy? No, that's redeemed. The only 103 I see is the
Yeah.
Eugene Eddy.
That's the same for me. Those are my pages Molina had them.
There was one on page 78, but that doesn't look like it's it. It's Fountain Real Estate Investments.
Oh, he filed the bankruptcy, Judge. I don't know if we got anything. Maybe that's why it's not in the call.
That could be if there was a bankruptcy filed.
At least he may have taken it off. Paid some money already.
Okay.
It's not on the call today then.
All right.
You're okay then.
You're good to go. Yep. All right, and then, what's your name again?
Wilson Lloyd.
Wilson Lloyd. Did you find yours? No.
No, I didn't find it. I was wondering if you were
Who's the buyer?
The buyer was JTCS Investments.
JTCS Investments? Anybody? All right, and then James Ford. Did we figure out what yours was? Is there any other name yours could be under? Any other owners' names? No, no, him.
Page 39,
I think we already did that one.
JTC has investments, the middle of the page, Wilson Lloyd is the owner. He's here to object.
Oh, okay, all right. There it is. All right, and what date did I give you before? 12/11 at 9:30. 9:30?
At 1:30.
12/8.
No, I didn't. Oh, I did? All right, well, you're going to have 12/11 at 9:30 on this one, because this is Attorney Golding, and he was the first one, and I gave him all those. So you're going to have two different dates.
12/11 at 9:30?
Yeah, are you sure I gave you 12/8 at 1:30?
Yes.
All right.
This one's 12/11 at 9:30.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Mr. Hairston? Stand up. Keith Tony? All right, I'm going to reset that one for you so he can go to 12/8/15 at 1:30. A different day what?
Which page are you looking at, John?
Page 71, Keith Tony and Jason Hairston. Jason Hairston appears. And Keith Tony appears.
And on that one, the notices were out in order, so they don't really need he needs an extension 120 for that anyway. So they don't need a status hearing.
Oh, okay.
Harrison couldn't redeem until 2/29, if you'd like.
You have any objection to the extension, to the redemption period being extended to February 29th?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you know that you need to pay by February 29th. All right, extend redemption granted. February 29th, 2016. Mr. Hairston.
Okay.
All right, you got to pay. Gina, where's he go? Auditor's Tax Department.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody out there, do you know if you have a owner by the name of James Ford as one of your files? Is anybody seeking a deed against James Ford? What's your address, sir?
5529 Walter, Hampton, Indiana.
Anybody's 59, what is it?
5529.
5529 Walter, anybody buy any Hammond properties?
Might be a Kevin Smith one.
And you don't have your key number?
Yes.
Oh, he does?
The 3-digit.
478-004-0002. 004.
478-004.
All right, how many self-representatives have you met with? You have? You want to keep going, or you want to take a break? Do you need a break? Trudge forward. All right.
We're going to go to the self-represented pages. We can start walking.
Yeah, let's go number 2. Marcus, Mr. Ford, just have a seat. We'll try and figure it out. Mayoris Whitaker. Mayoris Whitaker.
That's an extension 120 for
Extend
Mayor's Whitaker.
redemption granted 2/29/16. Northern Indiana Waterfowl Association. What's your name?
Ken Finke.
No objection to deed on this one, Your Honor.
Ken.
F-I-N-K.
Yep, Finke appears. Granted, do we have the, is there an order?
I turned in 4 copies of them when I did the clerk's office.
Is it sufficient?
Yeah, you gotta redo them.
Okay.
We'll bring it in, or tax them, or...
File in the clerk's office, right?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Karen Anderson.
No objection to deed on that, Your Honor.
Granted, what about the order?
Yep, you got to add that paragraph. So we file into order.
Yeah.
Did you give a copy of that to my staff so they can be on the alert?
No, I will, though.
Linda Hauser?
They didn't fan themselves.
It's hot in here. About ready to burst into flames.
Linda
Yeah.
Hauser. No objection to deed for Linda Hauser, Your Honor.
Granted, she filed her order.
I will make sure it has this paragraph. Very good.
She was granted.
Yes.
Deshalon Hicks.
It was granted by me, but that's from the judge.
It's granted. You already said it. Hicks. Deshalon Hicks.
TA?
Got anything on this one?
No, Your Honor.
FTA, reset to 12/8/15 at 1:30.
Top of page.
Deshalon Hicks,
Same one.
FTA, continue to 12/8/15 at 1:30.
Bottom of page 6.
Anita Zarowski,
All three good. No objection to deed for those 3 items, Your Honor.
well, there's a 4th one on page 7.
Same.
Well, she's trying to work her way up here. She probably wants her moment in the sun after sitting here all morning. Ms. Zarowski?
Yes, sir.
Okay, appears. And the auditor's office says you're winning. How about it?
history, don't make sure that paragraph is the order. Not just that one, but whatever your order says, you need to add that paragraph.
Have you filed your orders yet?
I have, sir, but I have to review.
Okay, all right. So we'll show they're granted, and subject to redoing the orders and filing them.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Latwala and Kishwana Hand.
She left. This next item for Latwala and Kishwana, they're withdrawing their petition, and it'll be refund minus 25%.
Okay, withdrawn, refund minus 25%. What page?
Page 70.
All right, well, let me get there. I don't want to have to go through this stack again, so I'm just going to make sure that I'm not missing anything.
Somebody stole your paper as well. It's like the auditor's office. The site also does her blue style.
It's a lot easier. Some people know what they're doing, and some people don't. All right, page 70. O.D. Clark.
Both of those are extensions from 2010. She did not state that news.
Extend redemption granted 2/29/16. Kashan Falan.
Same thing, Judge. Both of those are extend 120.
You are Keyshawn? You're Keyshawn. All right. Appears. Extension of redemption granted to 2/29/16. Does he know what he needs to do?
He does, Judge.
Okay. Eric Crockett. Mr. Crockett appears.
No objection to deed for Mr. Crockett, Your Honor.
That petition is granted. Have you filed an order?
File the court order. Make sure that paragraph is in that.
You need to file the court order. You need to prepare it and file it. You understand what you're doing? Okay. Andrew Delano. Are you Andrew?
Yes, sir.
All right. Andrew Delano appears on page 70, the last two items.
Extend 120 for those two items, Your Honor.
Extend redemption granted 2/29/16. Page 71, he appears on all those cases, and
Extend 120 for all the items, also on page 71.
do you know what that means?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I had a typo on 27-130, which I believe was on this page.
I mean, the number typo.
45087130.
Yeah, keep going. What's the pro?
020.
000004?
Yes. I believe there was a typo in the order. The enlargement of production.
Your order had the wrong P number on it as well.
Well, what's the right key number?
The right key number is 4508273020000004.
Okay, so it's correct on the call.
It's correct on the call.
Okay.
Do I need to submit it independent?
All right. Keith Tony. We already did the one with Mr. Hairston. What about the second one?
Second one is no objection to deed, Judge.
Petitions granted. Chief, do you have your orders? Yep, you're welcome. Jamario Dove. Jamario Dove, that's you? All right, Mr. Dove is in the house.
No objection to deed for all three items, Mr. Dove, Your Honor.
We'll show those petitions are granted. Does he have his orders? Okay. All right. Carolyn Powell. Say it again?
Yes, for viewers.
Okay. Latrice Spencer.
Those, Your Honor, I do the first two items for Latrice Spencer. She needs that 12/8 date.
Ms. Spencer, you're here? That's you?
First two items, she needs the 12/8 date so that she can do new 4.6s.
All right, continued to 12/8/15 at 1:30. Latrice Spencer, the next items.
Next item was extend 120.
Extend redemption granted.
Next two items.
2/29/16.
Next two items are the 12/8/2013 date.
Continued to
'Last four items.
12/8/15 at 1:30.
I'm sorry. The last two items for Latrice Spencer on the call, Judge, those two were redeemed for Ulysses Lawson.
Ulysses Lawson are redeemed. Okay. Vivian Williams. Vivian Williams.
2/29/2016, February 29th, 2016.
Vivian Williams. Darlene Reed. Darlene Reed. Gina, someone.
Okay, so the first one is extended to 120.
Levi Jones, extend redemption 120. Granted. 6/2/29/16.
Second one is also extend 120.
Extend redemption granted. 2/29/16. All right.
Top of 73 is also, the first item is extend 120.
So INS corporate extend redemption granted 2/29/16.
Right, next item was Riley, that's no objection to deed.
Granted. She have her orders?
She needs the deed orders. next one, next two items, those are extension for 4.6, going for that 12/11 date. Or no, 12/8.
I'm sorry, which ones?
The next two, Darlene Reed versus City Equity.
Those two?
Yeah, those need to be extended, so
Continue to 12/8/15 at 1:30. Next three items.
next one, no objection to deed, Judge.
Granted.
Next item for John Terrell Singleton is to extend 120.
Extend redemption granted. 2/29/16.
And the last one.
For Darlene Reed, Bernard McCann.
Yes, no objection to deed.
Granted. Orders?
She's going to submit the orders, Judge.
All right, Helen Torres versus Black Oak Little League.
No objection to those three items, other than there's the objection filed by Attorney Bross. The other two are no objection to deed.
Henry and Erlene Davis. Those petitions are granted. What about her orders?
Give the order. She's going to submit the new orders, Judge.
Okay. KLA Lake County Trust. Page 73.
They just need a continuance, Judge, to bring in their notices, we can check them again.
Continue to 12/8/15 at 1:30. All items on 73 concerning KLA Lake County Trust. All items on 74 concerning KLA Lake County Trust is continued to 12/8/15 at 1:30. Page 75, all the items concerning KLA Trust are continued to 12/8/15 at 1:30. Jelena Phillips. Jelena Phillips. Jelena Phillips fails to appear. Continue to 12/8/15 at 1:30. And 41 dismissal. Vivian Williams on page 72, that's FFTA also, and continue to 12/8/15 and 41 dismissal. Ruben Florida.
No objection to deed on that one, Judge.
Ruben appears. That's you? Have you filed your orders? Does he know what to do?
Yes, his order is correct in the file, Judge.
Okay, granted. Very good. Thank you. Ronald Scott.
Yep.
Ronald Scott appears.
No objection to deed for both for Ronald Scott, Your Honor.
We'll show those granted. Yes.
What time do I need to be here on 12/8/2015? My name is Diana Reed. 1:30?
You said them all.
1:30, yes. Angel Gilchrist.
That's an extend 120, Judge.
Extend redemption granted. 2/29/16. Corey Gutierrez. all of page 76. Is that you?
Yes.
All right, Corey Gutierrez is here.
First four items, Judge, no objection to deed.
Okay, first, how many?
4.
All right, those are granted. Has he, do you have, do you know his, you know how to do yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Next item is a 4.6 extension deed, so that'll be the 12/11 date.
continue to 12/8.
12/8, I'm sorry.
12/8/15 at 1:30.
Next
You got
five
several more.
Next 5 items,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
make it the next 8 items.
Okay,
No objection to deed on those, Judge.
those are granted.
The next one has an objection.
Sergio Gutierrez?
Yes, that's an auditor's objection, Judge. That's Corey Gutierrez, the son, buying the father's property to clear the taxes.
Okay.
Which is illegal. And not allowed under the law. So that's an auditor's objection. You can set that for the 12/8 date at 1:30. Last item on page...
12/8/15 at 1:30.
Correct. Last item on page 76, no objection to that.
It's granted. All right, and the next two at the top of 77.
Same
Auditor objection, auditor.
Same auditor's objection.
Twelve 8/15 at 1:30. That's it. Raj, or RAJJ Realty.
First item for Raj on the page.
Hold on. Who are you?
Ariana.
I didn't hear you.
Ariana Redmond.
Okay, can you spell your first name?
ARRIANE.
Last name?
Redmond, RED.
MOND? Okay.
First item for Raj Realty is redeemed. Your Honor.
Redeemed.
The remaining will all. The rest of them are continued 30 days for a 4.6 million.
Continue to 12/8/15 at 1:30.
And Ms. Redmond needs to hire an attorney to represent the company, Your Honor. Matter, she's aware of that.
Okay. All right. Nakia Dunlap. Nakia Dunlap fails to appear. Continue to 12/8.
Let's extend 120.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was here.
Extend redemption to 2/29/16. Sylvester Smith.
That's a 30-day 4.6 notice, Judge. Get the 12.
Continue to 12/8/15 at 1:30. Ronald Scott.
We did this earlier, Judge. Is that
I'm on page 79. Are those still, are those duplicates? Or do you not have a page 79?
I do have a page 79. It was on the other one. It was on page 75, Judge.
Okay, so that's a duplicate. So I'm just going to strike that as a duplicate. What about those Raj Realties? Are those duplicates?
those national meetings?
Well, I don't know, the one that looks like Shelby Cleveland looks like it's a duplicate, but which one's the right?
Neither one of those were duplicates.
What?
She's saying neither one of those were duplicates for Y, so they still have the...
No, I think the first one, that Shelby Cleveland, is probably a duplicate. You see 77? The fourth one up, Shallur Cleveland. They're probably a duplicate because they're within...
The key numbers are...
The key number are not the same. It's 301 and one's 303. So I would imagine it's a typo one way or the other.
Right.
Yes or no, maybe?
Yes, probably. Yes, probably, maybe.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to show them continued to 12/8/15 at 1:30, along with the rest of them. Indiana Trust 120064. FTA.
Indiana Land Trust.
Who's that? Indiana Land Trust.
Oh, is that March Predlow? Oh, that's March Predlow's, Judge.
Are you sure?
I think those are duplicates for March Predlow's file. Started on page 25.
Well, I don't know. The Serenity House, it's 106, 106, and 107. I don't know if it's a... I'll just show them granted.
Oh, Grant?
Yeah, because all the rest of them were.
Yeah.
All right. Who are you? Oh, you're together. Okay, so we just got Mr. Ford, and then we got...
I think 78, is that a duplicate from another?
Just put down 12/8. Page 72. Page 71, last item. Carolyn Powell. Debbie Agnew.
Miguel and
You know, I want to do the 70 page, bottom of 71 first.
Okay. Bottom of 71, Judge,
Yep.
that item, that was redeemed.
Okay, Agnew is redeemed.
That's right.
Carolyn Powell appears on all of those, on page 72 also. Extend redemption granted.
Yes, extended 120 for all of those. On page 72, yeah.
All 4 items on 72 to 22916. All right, that covers everything on today's call other than Mr. Ford.
Page 72, you need Williams, you guys have PA, page 72.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was just backwards, because that other game changer had a bunch of petitions, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a mistake. No, not yet. All right, Mr. Ford. What is your full parcel number? What's his full parcel number?
Full parcel number, Judge?
Yep.
45-02-36478.
Wait, what? 36, okay.
-478-004.000-023. You want to put the buyer name on there?
Well, no, I was going to send somebody over to get in this document and search for that number in it and see if it pops up.
Okay. That's somebody else.
You know how to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, it's going to be on Michael's computer.
Oh, okay.
Don't we just call over there with the number?
Is he there?
Should be.
No,
Not.
went to lunch at 12.
I got it written down.
Here,
Yeah, I got it.
just to make sure.
Here you go.
What was his number again?
45-02-360-478-004.000-023.
Okay. It's always got to be one, isn't there? And I'm not referring to you, I'm just saying there's always got to be one that just eludes us.
We're talking about you, Mr. Ford.
Well, I'll keep looking. We're still on the record, right?
Yeah.
No, just leave it on. It's not on there.
Not on the phone.
Yeah.
James.
Property is under James Ford.
Yes, ma'am, James Ford.
Oh yeah, because you can search it, European trip, must not be on there.
First name, but
You searched under Ford.
I should
I'm almost done. I've looked at. Patricia, you're not Patricia Jennings? Any relation to Patricia Jennings? There's a key number that was close. All right, I'm almost through the entire call. I made it through the entire call and I don't see it. So I guess all I can tell you is, it doesn't appear on today's call. If you get home and you find some paperwork that is different, bring it in to B212 across the hallway, and we'll see if we can figure it out. Okay? All right. All right, that, Attorney Wiley, and does that cover everything that was on today's call?
I believe that's right.
All right, with that, we are concluded with the 2015 October 30th tax deed call. Off.